to another Warhammer 40k Mordian Glory Battle Report.
In today's episode, we find the armies of his Imperial Guard taking on the shadowy and mysterious forces of the Grey Knights. It will be Nemesis Weapon versus Lasgun.
And Melter, and Plasma.
And Melter, and Plasma, and maybe a few other guns as well.
And Missile, and giant big artillery.
By
pieces.
Basilisk and Bayonet, we shall purge these Grey
And
Knights.
mortars, and psychic powers, and yes, there's quite a few there.
But mostly the Lasgun.
There's a lot of Lasguns.
Most of the Lasgun.
We will give you that.
And if you can't already tell from his dulcet tones, joining me again is my partner in crime, Salty Simon! Have you brought much table salt with you today, my lord?
Plenty, yeah. Usually need it.
Excellent. Now, we're actually continuing a little bit of a narrative here, aren't we?
Yay.
Yay. So, just because you're a cutthroat tournament player, Simon, can't mean you...
No, it's not the
you
narrative. It's not I like doing narrative. It's the actual narrative of the narrative. That's the issue.
It's a narrative you're getting your butt handed to.
It's that. Well, anyway, I'll let you know. Your channel, I'm just here for the... For the shits and giggles.
You are literally providing the seasoning in a very British way. You're providing salt as the only seasoning we know. So we are continuing a bit of a narrative here. It is the Grey Knights versus the Guard. And last time these two forces faced off against each other, I used an Inquisitorial kill team. And the story was that, well, considering my Inquisitor is rocking a demon host and there's a guy in there who's also got a demon blade, it kind of felt like maybe the Grey Knights were coming over here to do a bit of purging. And in that last bat rep, the Imperial Guard just won. It was a very, very close victory. But the Inquisitorial kill team was wiped out in combat by Castellan Crow. And we thought, oh, well, maybe that'll be the end of it. Maybe that'll be the death of the Inquisitor. But then we thought, you know what? We'll bring him back. And rather than him getting cut down, just as Castellan Crow's blade was about to... Is it Castellan Crow with the demon?
Yeah.
Castellan Crow's blade was about to cut through him. The hand of the demon host was on the Inquisitor's shoulder and he pulled him into a warp portal and he managed to escape to come back another day. And so the Grey Knights, their mission has not yet been completed. They are still hunting for Inquisitor TriStar and his band of merry men. He's managed to recruit a few more degenerates to his side. He thinks he's on the right side of history. He's like, why are these Grey Knights? What forces could possibly have corrupted them to turn them against the Imperium? Little does he realise that, like Quicksos in the Eisenhorn books, he is the one that has been corrupted. And his great work, well, you can't use chaos to fight chaos. You can't do that, boys. You can't do that. Not now, not ever. So we shall see this time if the Grey Knights can take his head once again, or at least banish him back into the warp again. And we'll see if the Grey Knights are able to get a victory on the mission as well.
Let's hope so.
So that's kind of the narrative that we're going for today. And we're hoping to build this up organically. We're not going to drown you in lots of background lore and fluff that we've come up with. We're going to play some games. We're going to make sure that we feature Drago and Crow and the Inquisitorial kill team. And we'll see how the story develops naturally. How many victories one side will get. Will that lead to the battlefield shifting in another way? It could maybe if you lose this one, Simon, the direction could be the hunters become the hunted.
If I lose this one, so that takes me 8 turns to kill them again. The direction could be a full stop.
Oh no! And on that note, we shall go over to the armies that are battling it out today. And here we have 2,000 points of his Imperial Guard. Well, I don't know if I can say that because I feel like I might be on the wrong side of history with this particular list. Again. Oh my days. So we are running 2,000 points of Imperial Guard, and we've gone for a theme today. The theme is World War I in space. We've got lots of artillery, lots of infantry, and no tanks. I know, there's going to be a lot of people angrily smashing down the conversation. I can't have you with no tanks! You shame us, sir! You disgrace us, sir! Well, I wanted to... You know what? I've come up with a new saying. You need Krieg to succeed.
Oh, God. Right, sorry, yeah, we can cancel this. I'm going home. Oh, Jesus.
Hello, Kylo. You already.
I'd get out, but while he still can, Kylo.
Go on, go over to Simon. Go over to your boyfriend. Go on. Oh, she does. Oh, she's not into you today.
She is.
I'm only kidding. So what have we got now that we've been filming this particular part of the video for over a minute and we've not talked about any units? We have got 3 basilisks. Yes, I know this is a Medusa. I'm running it as a basilisk today. There's basically no difference between the two in terms of sort of model size and everything. And Simon, guess what? I'm taking this list to a tournament. And I messaged the TO saying, could I use this Medusa as a basilisk? And he said yes.
Oh, happy days.
So it's good enough for the TO. It's good enough for all of you people down in the comments.
Well, that's 10 points to me, to be honest. I haven't agreed to it.
Damn your eyes. We've got 2 Manticores as well. We've got a unit of mortars, some cheeky light mortars, and then we've got the Supreme Command Blob. We have got a platoon command squad with a mortar, an infantry squad with a mortar, and we have also got Lord Solar Macarius today. Not using Lord Solar Leontus. He's a pretender, he's an upstart. All of the Longbeards will agree that the only true Lord Solar is Big Daddy Macarius. There we go. Now, Macarius obviously can do his 3 orders, and he's probably going to be ordering around some of the artillery, and the platoon commander's got his order, and he'll either order his 2 mortars or he'll order the 3 mortars over here. Everything's WYSIWYG, so the officer has got a plasma pistol and power sword. There's a Master Vox and a flag in there, and then the infantry squad has got a sergeant with a power sword, and we've got a plasma gun and a Vox caster and a mortar. Moving over to the bulk of the infantry corps. Every day in the corps is like a day on the farm. Every meal is a banquet, every paycheck a fortune, every formation a parade. I love the corps. We are taking 4 blobs of Death Korps of Krieg. Sorry, you just found a very funny face.
See, how much coffee have you put in this?
It was a bit of a strong one.
A bit? Jesus.
Do you want me to go and water it down after I finish doing the app? It's like rocket fuel.
I like strong coffee, but Jesus Christ.
It was, I did think it looked a bit like hot chocolate when I brought it upstairs.
I'd be like thinking that strong hot chocolate.
Should I go down and sort it out post army list? Normally I wouldn't say anything, but the face you pulled, it looked like you'd just been slapped in the face.
Oh my God, my heart is going 10 to the door. Right, yes.
It was a heaped spoonful.
Not a tablespoon, right.
All right, now that Simon's heart has exploded due to the caffeine injection that he's had, Pulp Fiction style. We've got the Kriegers, 4 blobs of Kriegers. Every single one of them with double melter, double plasma, double grenade launcher, and the Watchmasters have got plasma pistols and power swords. There's a Death Korps medic in each squad, which is signified by the rifleman with the backpack. And we've got 4 units of those. 3 of them are led by Death Korps marshals. Every Death Korps marshal has got a power weapon and a plasma pistol. And we've then got 1 squad who is led by a platoon command squad. I would give him a Death Korps marshal, but you can only take 3. Damn the rule of 3. Damn the rule of 3. Damn your eyes. So this platoon command squad has got an officer with plasma pistol and power fist, medic, plasma gun, and we've also got a flag and a Master Vox in there as well. Just the classic platoon command squad loadout, special weapon, and then all of the advisors and accoutrement, as it were. And then I was going to take a 5th blob of Kriegers with a platoon command squad, but I had a request. In one of my live streams this week, and it was from the man, the myth, the legend, Cosmic Drew himself. And he said, are you going to be using the Inquisitor kill team that I sent you again? And I was like, you know what? I hadn't thought about So I was like, no, not like this. Not like this.
Please, not again.
So I was like, you know what? It's a fairly easy swap. I'll just drop the Krieg blob and drop the Cyclops and drop Grand Strategist. And instead, I will put in a full-blown Inquisitorial kill team. And this is a really big deal putting this in the army. Because one, narratively it fits with the battle, because last time the Guard and the Grey Knights faced off against each other, this Inquisitor was here.
Well, there's a whole narrative battle. If you want
It's the
to be fair, it would be very narrative.
Exactly, and that's kind of what we're going for here. We're building up a bit of a narrative. For those of you that enjoyed my old Gene Stealer Cult vs. Scion Battle Report series, that literally was developed over the course of like 3 or 4 years. We're trying to build up an organic story. So we're not going to like throw down exposition after exposition on top of you. We're just going to play a few games, include a few similar units, and mix the army list up a little bit and sort of see how the story develops over the course of who wins and who loses. So it should be kind of cool. But so it's important for the narrative, but most importantly, you may have noticed some of these guys have got names on them. Well, that's because this entire kill team was custom made and hand built by Cosmic Drew. He's a fantastic member of the community, really, really big supporter of the channel. And all of the people that you see, all the names here like Watchmaster 134-1 and Sergeant Major Chad and Sneaky Tiki, all those people are actually regulars in the live streams, people that join every single time. They're big members of the community. And so it's a really, really nice thing that Cosmic has done to send me this kill team on its own, and then to personalize it and have that nod towards the community is just fantastic. So massive thank you to Cosmic for sending me these models. I absolutely love using them. And to give you an idea of what is in the kill team, we have got Grand Lord Inquisitor TriStar himself, and he is going to be using Inquisitor Eisenhorn's rules today. Ooh, he's got good mind bullets, Simon.
Ooh.
I think it's like damage 3 mind bullets, but he only has like 1 or 2 of them.
Okay.
But they're good.
It's a pity because I was playing around with this and I thought I was going to bring a select Calexis assassin, but would have been a bit interesting against Eisenhorn.
Go for the anti-psyker, yeah.
But I didn't, and it would be a bit too late to swap it now.
Yes, that's called list tailoring. We've then got 2 gun servitors. One of these is Mike Kilo E, Mikey. Story behind him is he got turned into a servitor because he kept requesting, he kept shouting big buff ladies down in the stream live chat. It's quite degenerate in my live streams. And then we've got Inquisitor Revenga, and he is going to be a mystic, and he's also got another mystic behind him. And then we have got Vigo the Butcher, and that is our demon host who's going to be buffed up by Eisenhorn being there. And behind him, we've got if you'll notice, there's like a little robot dude with like an art with a couple of like power arms and stuff. He is going to represent the Jacaro today. And then we've got 2 Inquisitorial Acolytes, one with an Eviscerator, and that is Captain August with his blood red blade. I like to think it's a bit of a, considering there's a demon host in here, I like to think it's a bit of a demon weapon that's here. And then we've got Interrogator Tau Tom, and he is going to represent a Acolyte with a plasma pistol. Clearly that Tau technology supplementing his war gear excellently. And then we've got a whole bunch of regular Acolytes, and today we've got Ridemaster 134-1, we've got Sergeant Major Chad, Sneaky Tiki, Mad Ghost Larkin, Inquisitor Aiden, Major Denny Frost, and then we've got a couple as yet unnamed. And you will notice there are about 5 unnamed models in this kill team so far. So if you want to join the kill team, then just join the live streams, just become a regular around those parts. And before you know it, you'll probably end up getting yourself a model named after you. But that covers the entire 2,000 point army list. We got there in the end. Definitely the most eclectic army overview I think I've ever done. Let's see if we can go over to Simon's army and be a bit more professional.
No.
Okay, Simon, we are professionals at work, and we have the professionals in front of us right now. It is the Brothers of Titan, the Grey Knights. Simon, where do you want to start with this list?
Well, we'll start with the characters because I always do.
Over on the left here?
Yes, why not? So we'll start with the big dog. Drago's back.
Big Daddy Drago.
Starting from the narrow defeat last time.
It was a very narrow defeat.
It was a good cracking game, to be fair, but yeah, narrow defeat. So he's come back out the warp to catch up with the Inquisitor.
Well, in our last game, my Inquisitor died.
I know.
But Drago didn't.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't die, obviously. He came back.
Well, he's back, isn't he? Yeah, so...
well, the powers of the Dark Gods he's been a radical. Because he's got a demon host. He's got a demon host, a demon blade, and Tower, but he's definitely a bit of a radical. So Drago's hunting him down,
yes,
basically.
He's coming in, he's back out the warp, and he's after him. And he's brought his sidekick, Castellan Crow.
Oh, so cool. He's also got a demon blade, so I don't think you've got too much in the more high ground here.
But he's controlling it. He's the only Grey Knight capable of controlling it.
Yeah, that doesn't seem sus at all.
Then we've got just a regular Grandmaster.
Regular legs Grandmaster.
Yeah, we've got a side cannon, and he's got the sigil of exigence.
Excellent. That's the sigil of you look at me and try and shoot me and I blink away.
That's exactly it, yes.
Cool.
And we've got a librarian who, historically, whenever I've run these, I put the sigil on the librarian, but I'm going to try something a bit different today.
He's been relegated.
Yeah, he's been relegated for being a bit crap last time, to be fair. So there we go. Then we've got, what would be my Grey Knights about a boatload of Terminators.
So many Termies. so many.
We have got a squad of 10 Terminators, and they've got the apothecary type fella in with them.
So you bring a guy back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
no feel, no pain, but if he's left standing, someone can get back up.
Yeah, I think it's a stratagem. Can't remember off the top of my head, but anyway, yeah, that's the idea. So hopefully it should make them a little bit tankier. Then I've got 2 squads of 5. One's got the banner which increases their OC by 1. And
I'm a sucker for a good flag, I'm not gonna lie. Nice.
I didn't paint that. Can't take credit for that. It looked like
no one would have known. You could have got away with it.
Can't be.
Get that sword and fall on it, Simon.
Fair credit. Brownie did that, so
yeah.
He did a cracking job on that because it looked like I'd been finger painting as the
scooping the pot out.
Yeah,
the
so
out the pot.
I gave up on that one. So yeah, 2 Terminator squads. Then we have 1 strike squad.
Nice.
Which has got a silencer in there. I'm trying to find ways of bringing strike squads, but I think we're just saying off camera that they're really challenged by not being able to put characters in strike squad. There's only 1 character you can put in a strike squad.
The Brotherhood champion.
Yeah. So and he's not particularly great, but there you go. Anyway, 2 interceptor squads. And they're just bare bones, nothing exciting about them.
Jumpy dudes,
do like them. And then we have, crows there, so it'd be rude not to bring the Purifier squad.
And we're going to remember their rules this time?
We will try to.
Excellent, because I think it was quite important last time.
It would have helped.
It wasn't a rule that you got wrong in your favour. It was definitely a rule that you should have remembered. that would have helped out quite a lot. What is it? What does it do?
So it gives, I'm trying to hit you and it was -1 to hit.
Yeah.
Well, I get +1 to hit if a model in that unit is dead. So it would have been quite handy, to be fair.
Yeah, that might have made the difference.
But then I do seem to remember that, I was rolling like...
My saves were on point as well.
Yeah, but, can't blame the tools. Blame the artisan.
Just the one tool.
But yeah, each time a modelless unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll if the unit's below starting strength, and add 1 to the wound roll if it is below half strength. So
is that your unit or the enemy unit?
My unit.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's like my Kriegers. Yeah,
yeah,
that massively helps.
And then finally, we've got an assassin.
The Vindicator.
Yes, we have to. We're trying to get rid of this pesky demon infused Inquisitor once and for all. So
yeah, I think definitely the Inquisitor on my side it's undeniably quite radical.
Yes.
Yeah, I think if there was no demon host in there and you weren't Grey Knights, I might be able to argue that I was on the right side of the law. But he's definitely but in my mind my Inquisitor thinks he's on the right side. No one who crosses the line thinks they've done anything wrong. If you read like the Inquisitor books, and especially is it the second one, Malleus, with Eisenhorn, you know that radical Inquisitors often think they are in the right.
Well, the fact he's been killed once and come back perhaps set a few alarm bells ringing.
I like to think that either as he was about to be struck down, the demon host put a hand on his shoulder and they both went into a warp portal, and he popped out somewhere else. Maybe something like that. But Simon, thank you for taking us through the list. Absolutely beautiful Grey Knights army. Always a pleasure to have it on the tabletop, and hopefully we shall see it carve through many a guardsman, because you haven't got as many tanks to deal with this time.
No, it makes a change actually.
So you won't be trying to fruitlessly bang on the hull of a Lehman Russ. You'll be able to cut the heads off some Kriegsmen.
I'm looking forward to my 3-inch move Terminators.
Yes. So here we have the field of battle after deployment. A line of brave, beautiful Imperial Guard infantry screening for the big guns, for the artillery. We've got basilisks, we've got manticores, we've got mortars, we've got sharp knives, we've got sticks, we've got electronic ball breakers. I've realised I have left quite a large gap over here. And I know you can deep strike him within 3 inches.
Anywhere near your electronic ball breaker, to be honest.
I'm ready to get it on. Phase plasma rifle. What was it? Level a city with this puppy. Something like that. So don't get the full quote from Aliens. So I've deployed my infantry up front. Got the Mystic Megs back here, ready to push back the deep strike because they stop you from deep striking the 12 inches. And there's lots of good screening and good stuff going on. Pretty standard guard deployment. Grey Knights have also done a fairly standard deployment, and they have hidden pretty much everything behind line of sight blocking terrain. The fools! Do you not know I have indirect fire, sir?
There's nothing I can do about that.
Bombardment. So you've got, is this a big block of 10?
Move a big block of 10 with the Grandmaster.
Nice. And then you've got 2 squads of regular Marines, 1 strike, 1 jumpy dudes.
Yeah.
Another squad of jumpy dudes. And then the Vindicare. All right. Now, the mission for today is Purge the Foe. We've not done this one before.
No.
It's quite interesting. So, because we've not done it, and I don't think there are a lot of people that... there might be some people that also haven't done it. How it works is you get 4 points for holding an objective. You get 4 points for holding more objectives. So if we both hold 2, we suddenly get 4. And then you get 4 points for killing an enemy unit, and you get 4 points for killing more enemy units. So it's kind of interesting. I feel like there's going to be turns where we both get 4 points for holding objectives, and then someone else gets like 4 points for killing a unit, and someone gets 8 points because they killed one and killed more. So I think it might go sort of ping pong back and forth, like 8-12, 12-8, 8-12, 12-8 is between the sort of the primary scoring. It might be quite interesting. So that is the mission. There is no twist today. We used the app to determine the mission, and this one had Chilling Rain. We thought about adding our own twist in, but then we remembered every time we've added a twist in, it's had absolutely zero impact.
Or we've forgotten it.
Or we've forgotten it. I did suggest to Simon if he would want to play Scrambler Fields, but then when I explained that would literally cause him to lose the game because he couldn't deploy any of the objectives, he I would say politely declined, but there was some words to be said.
Donald Duck.
Oh my god. Something that rhymes with clucking bell, I imagine. It is interesting how some of the twists don't do anything, and then there's some of them do too much.
Yeah,
but
specific armies.
yeah, I think there's a reason why most people do Chilling Rain, because you don't want to feel like it's either doing nothing or someone's lost because of a random twist of the mission. So that's the we'll both go tactical objectives. That is all of the pre-game preamble. There is only one thing left to do. We need to find out who's going to go first. Simon, as my guest, would you like to roll first?
No.
Damn. Ooh, it's a 5.
Well, I've lost this. It's going to be a 2 or a 4.
2 or 4. No! Ooh. Oh my god!
Oh no, see, it'll finish on a 2 or a 4.
I mixed the dice up. Because we've got a set of 5 of these things, and I put a couple of different ones in there. Oh, it's a 1.
Oh, come on, give me a 1.
You want me to go first? No, Simon.
What did I say?
It is a 4. It is a 4. All right. Well, Simon, you will be going first. If only you could do like you could back in the day, and you could say no. I'm going to pick who goes first, but you can't. You have seized the initiative, sir, and so we will be back at the end of Grey Knight, turn 1, command and movement. End of Grey Knight, movement and command. Simon, take us through what you have done.
Well, it was a huge move.
Big move.
Big move.
Earth-shattering.
Earth-shattering. These interceptors went from there to there.
Cool.
And these interceptors went from there to there.
My God, sir. Oh my God. They're coming! They're emerging! They're emerging!
It's a game of manoeuvring.
It is a game of maneuver. Movement wins games.
Yes, apparently so.
Okay. Now, is that all of your movement?
That is all my movement.
Command phase, gain a CP, couple of secondaries.
Yeah, so I've got Secure No Man's Land.
And extend battle lines. 2 excellent ones.
Yes.
A strong opener.
Yes. Now, fortunately, I was planning on putting these in reserve.
Yeah.
But I didn't. And if I'd have put them on reserve,
you couldn't have got your
I could
points.
not have got maxed out.
You could have got a little bit, couldn't you?
Yeah, but I would have only got 2 points off secure no man's land.
And that's just not as many as 5 points.
No, we like the 5 points.
That's mathematics.
Yes.
So basically, you're going to move out, and then you have something that lets you shoot and move again.
6 inches.
And is that 1 unit?
No, it's what their unit ability.
It's their unit ability, so they can jump, shoot, jump. They're cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we proceed into the shooting? I imagine you've got a smattering of DACA that needs to take place.
Do a little bit of DACA from these guys into
this blob here.
Yeah.
Excellent. The vast majority are out in the open. There's like 1 or 2 guys in the ruin, but I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay,
So just I'll be on my 5
threes.
ups. 3s and 3s, and I'll be on 5s.
I think I'll probably plonk a couple and come back next turn anyway.
Well, we'll see. You said it now. Maybe you'll hit with everything. Well, you've got a few hits. Excellent. So not all of them are in range, are they?
They're all in range, but none of them are rapid fire.
Excellent. Understood. That's pretty good.
I'll take that. So that's what?
6.
6.
6 of your finest saves. All right. So I'm on 5 up. Make 1. And I'm on 5 up again. Make 2. So 3 die.
There you go. Just in time for you to get 3 back next game.
Just in time for you to get 3 back. We'll just knock those 3 down for now. We'll see how many come back with the med pack in my turn.
And there's only 2 of these guys in range over here.
2 in range into this blob. Same situation.
So 2 hits.
Excellent.
1 wound. There's no point, you'll come back anyway.
Yes. That's what it feels like to be a Necron. Well, a Necron for now. I've heard that the new you were telling me off camera the new codex is less regen, more killy.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, I think it looks really good actually. Looking forward to it.
It's probably on the top layer.
Yeah.
We know they're on the bottom layer. It's okay.
Yeah. I think the
He's fallen over.
Court's
He's
going to
drunk.
give the bit of killing power.
Excellent.
And I think the Necron community's up in arms, but they do like a gut now.
Well, a bit of sleep. I'm always grouchy when I've been sleeping for a long time as well.
That's a good point. That's because you stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning.
I think you'll find I work until 4 o'clock in the morning. Excellent. That's it.
That's it. That's my turn.
Flying turn, sir. Flying. Bit of movement, bit of DACA. I'm assuming you will tell us when you do your disappearing into the sky malarkey.
Yeah.
End of my turn.
End of your turn.
Cool. And
unless I've got used my strategy.
And then it's when?
When you end a move within 9.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So that's fine. And that's do you teleport away or?
I can move 6, or I can go into deep.
Cool. So you're saying if I come at you, one of these units is going to disappear?
Yeah. One of these units is going to die, and one of them's probably not going to be there.
Excellent. Well, we shall see what happens, and we'll be back at the end of guard, movement, and command. Turn 1. Normally, the movement and command is the quickest bit, but with Simon able to deep strike down within 3 inches, I've had to play it extremely carefully to make sure that he can't just come in and do horrible things to me. So what we've done is we have given the squad take cover, and they've moved forward, and they're just holding the objective from this side of the ruin. And then we did move on this squad here, and they moved into the centre so that they can do an action, because you'll see in a moment my secondaries require it's deploy teleport Homer. And then no point in being coy about it. The Inquisitorial squad just moved up to here, and we're using the Mystics to screen out here 12 inches. I mean, there's a little area that Simon could get like a 5-man squad into, but he couldn't get a 10-man squad in there. And I'm kind of, and that's with his 3-inch. If he flicks 3 inches away, so that's like I'm okay with a 5-man squad, even if it means he gets like teleport to Homer. It's all right. I just didn't want 10 purifiers or 10 terminators coming down there and just wrecking me. We did have to do a bit of movement with the artillery. I didn't really want to. These two just stayed still, and they got take aim from the Lord Solar. This guy moved, and he moved so that now there's no way that again you could deep strike in a squad. There was actually room for purifiers down here, but now he's stopped that. So even though he's moved, he'll still be hitting on 4s because he's got take aim. And this squad's moved here to investigate signals over here, and the mortars moved, but didn't advance over to here to do investigate signals there, because those were my 2 objectives. So that's all of my movement and command. Lots and lots of exciting things. Now it's time for some... Oh, you did something.
Yes.
You moved to my turn.
Yes.
You blackguard. But you decided not to run away entirely.
No,
You just hid behind a ruin.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. So, I have... I did spend a CP, though.
Yes.
Because I did draw Capture the Outpost, and I was like, I don't really fancy that turn 1. So I have spent a CP for New Orders. I've burnt it already. Could have binned it off at the end, but I thought I'd rather try and not fall behind so massively on secondary. We kind of saw what happened with that in the last battle rep with the Gene Stealer cult. They were able to stay in because they couldn't, because the guard was struggling to keep up on secondary. So I'm trying to avoid that scenario. But now let's get some shooting. Now the shooting should be fairly straightforward. We've pre-measured it. So this entire beach is pre-sighted. You stay here, you're a dead man. So this squad can see, has got all of its special weapons in range, and they can see pretty much all the Grey Knights in this ruin because they're in the ruin. This squad here has got most of its weapons in range, apart from the melter guns, but they can only see to this one guy. So we're going to shoot this unit first, followed by this unit, and and then we've got some artillery to do. So Simon, I'm going to fire my first squad over here. Do you want to do anything stratagem-wise? Have we spent it? Have we got one in the bank?
No, I can't use Haloed in Soulfire because they were already on the table. I can't use True Silver Armour, I don't think.
Can they be haloed? No, they started on the board, didn't they?
They started on the board.
So okay, so I haven't screwed up my plan.
Perhaps use, but I don't. You've not really got any AP to spend. I think you've got enough to pick them up without me spending a seat.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so
that's what I was thinking.
You rip into them.
Rip into them. Okay, so we've got 2 plasma guns and and 2 plasma pistols. Now I did take cover with that unit, but as they've lost a guy and I chose not to bring him back, I'm still hitting you on 3s because of Krieg. So hitting on 3s, 2 misses. Wounding you on 2s because I will always overcharge. 4 wounds. AP -3, AP -2 because you are in cover.
4 ups.
4 ups, baby. He only loses 1. It's 2 damage, yeah. And then 4 hazardous checks for me. 1 guy does die.
To come back.
Maybe to come back, yeah. So that's that. And then we've got the 2 crack grenades. 1 hit. And it is a wound. This is AP -1 in total.
So how much, sorry?
AP -1 in total. It's AP 2, but you're in cover.
How many?
Just 1. You're okay. And then we've got a whole buttload of las guns, which we'll do off camera, and we're back in just a moment. Rather predictably, the las guns didn't do very much, but we do have our next unit here, and they are going to fire all of their special weapons into the Grey Knights. So we'll start off with the Plasma Storm. Here we are. Oh dear. I've had a roll. I've had a roll there.
I think it's in a position it shouldn't make that much difference.
Well, it might do. 4 up. Okay, you've lost another one. And then some hazardous checks. At least no one killed themselves. There you go. I was not convinced they overcharged. And then we've got 2 melter guns. 2 hits. Still 2 wounds. This is AP -3 in total with the cover taken into account. Both go through. Have to use 1 at a time. 1 dead. 2 dead. And then we've got the 2 crack grenades. 1 hit. 1 wound. And this will be a 3-up save. He's all right. And then there's only actually a couple of las guns there, so we can do these on camera. 3 hits. No wounds. All right, so there's 1 geezer left. Not the end of the world. I might let him live. We'll see what happens. Okay, so that covers the bits of fire there. We'll now move on to the artillery. And we are going to... No, I need to save my CP. Wish I had Krieg right now. So I think what I'm going to do... You're on a 2-up save base.
Yeah.
With cover.
Yeah.
And you can Quicksilver armor.
Yes.
So you would be on a 2-up if I hit you with artillery over here.
Yes.
Okay, so they're probably going to... What I'll do is I'll hit them with a basilisk just to slow them down a bit.
Okay.
Slow them down. So we've...
Just bear with us 2
Do you want to use Quicksilver armor?
End of the phase. So it's so there. That'll lead me. If I use Quicksilver armor, everything is going to be a 2-up save against that, isn't it?
Unless I spend 2 CP, which I do have, for Fields of Fire, which gives me an extra AP against you, puts you back to a 3-up. It would mean I then wouldn't have the CP for reinforcements.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, when you spend it on.
You go spend it. Yeah. Okay, so we'll fire the... I'm going to fire my Manticore first, if you don't mind, actually, because this is a 5-man unit. I'd like to get the 4 rerolls to hit.
Okay.
So we'll fire the Manticore, both on 4+ to hit.
Yeah.
So the first one gets 5 plus 2 shots for blast and for d6 plus 1. Yeah. So 7 shots. Hitting on 4s with 4 rerolls. Now, I'll tell you what, we'll shoot the one that has stayed still first, because that matters for my lethal hits. So we've got 1 lethal, 2 regular hits, and then, oh, I'm chucking dice everywhere. And then re-rolling to hit, 1 extra hit, and then wounding on 2s. So that's 3 wounds at AP minus nothing. Oh, we're both rolling off the table. So nothing there. So we'll try again with the next Manticore. It feels like a waste. Even though they do threaten an objective, and they will do a lot of damage, I feel like I'd rather hit you over here. I'm going to hit you Strike Marines over here.
Okay.
I'm going to hit you with the other Manticore. That gets 2 shots plus 2 for... tell you what, we keep rolling off the table here. We'll bring it here. Plus for blast and for d6 plus 1. 1 auto wound. No auto wounds now. So just 1 hit. And it is a wound. 3-up save. And he dies. And then we'll shoot the first Basilisk at them. That's 8 shots. There we go. I should have declared whether this was a take aim one or not. I'll roll a dice, and on a 1 to 3, it is a take aim one. On a 4, 5, or 6, it is a not take aim one. It is a take aim one. I roll a 3. There we go. So they all hit, but no auto wounds. And the wounding on 2s because strength 8. 2 failures. So that will be 6 wounds at 3-up saves.
6, yeah.
3 go down, so there's just 1 guy left. Remove your tray from your dice from my tray. We'll shoot another Basilisk at them. That's 6 shots. This will be the other take aim one.
You've only got you got
2 take aim, yeah. 1 auto, 2 misses. 2 more wounds, and we got him. That gives me 1 last Basilisk, which... So literally no point in shooting them. Literally no point. I might do a strategy on them, but I'll give it a second. No, I'm not going to. I've got my plans. They're fine. We'll Basilisk him.
Okay.
Just get rid of scraplets. You don't know what I don't know what a lone Marine might do, but I don't want to find out. So last Basilisk into him. This is the one that does not have take aim. It does get 9 shots though. I believe that's 9 there. Yeah. This one did none of them moved, so that one gets 1 auto hit, 1 auto wound, 1 lethal to use the correct terminology. 5 wounds on that lone Marine. Here we go. He's dead. Basilisk did quite well then.
I think my savings helped your Basilisk do quite well there.
Yeah, you did okay here, and then you just, I just went, no, I don't want 2-up saves. And I just went somewhere else instead. That's the end of my turn. Oh, I'll have the mortars. Tell you what, just measure from within 48-inch range of your guys over here. I'll do it off camera, because it's only a pitter-patter of mortar rounds. Maybe, there's one in the corner there. The first 2, we'll say the first 2, first 1. There's 1 mortar in range there, so we'll do that off camera because it's just a bit of shooting, but that is going to be my turn. So they've investigated signals. Oh, the mortar's investigating a signal. There you go, they're not shooting you.
Not shooting yet.
So investigating signals twice, deploy teleporter Homer for the centre, and we've picked up 2 5-man Strike Marine squads. Not too shabby at all. We'll see how the Grey Knights respond going into their turn 2. We are going in with the first wave. Means more guard for us to kill. You smash the entire area. You kill anything that's got a las gun. You get me. We get you, sir. The Grey Knights have gone all in. I did not expect this. Turn 2. Simon is normally a cautious, cagey player, and this time he has taken a leaf out of my book and has gone, Achtung! Upon sight of the enemy, I teleport, sir. That's my style, sir. So you've brought in every single squad that you have. There's no reserves.
Don't forget, I can go back into reserve, so it's not...
There's no reserves, Simon. There's no reserves.
There's no reserves at present, no.
At present. 20 Terminators dropping down on one flank.
Yes.
Spicy. Though these guys then jumped over here, and then the Purifiers came down, and they're ready to purging flame one of my units.
Yes.
You have said that your goal is to kill 3 units this turn.
I think... Yes, I think if I can kill 3...
Yeah.
Puts me in a strong position.
Yeah.
If I don't kill any, I'm swinging my my dick in the wind.
Some people say top dollar for that, you know.
I would, in fact, say if I only kill 1, I'm in the same situation.
So it's a minimum 2.
I think I need to kill 2. Because I just saying I can't. In my mind, there's not much you can do about that artillery, and I'm going to take casualties each and every turn.
Yeah.
What I can do something about is the 80 bodies. Now I know you're going to bring them back.
Some of them.
So, but if I can kill 3 in one go, you can only bring 1 back. That's 2
yeah,
dead.
that's true.
And then I think that puts me in an interesting position. Am I going to do it? We don't know.
Okay. Now you have completely thrown caution to the wind because you're not even trying to do your secondaries.
No, well, they weren't very.
You drew cleanse and deploy teleporter, Homer, and you were like, well, could cleanse that one with that squad, but you want more damage.
I need the damages.
And you can't really deploy teleporter Homer, you can't get close to it.
Yeah.
So you just forgone. They're gone. And you decide not to use new orders because you're saving your CP for defensive purposes.
Yes.
Because you have declared this to me now, and so you don't have to fall on your sword. A unit will be doing that unit will be getting the can't be shot at with 12 inches. Okay, that's cool.
So I haven't forgotten this time.
Haven't forgotten. He's declared it. All right, well, Simon, that is it's bold as brass. It's balls out maneuvers. It's Billy Big Bollocks. I am ready for it, man. Just going to your shooting. Where do you want to start?
We are going to start with. Let's start with the Purifiers, Sonic.
Start with the Purifiers, and they're going to go into. Is it this squad here? Because they ignore cover.
Yes.
Okay, so they'll be on a 5 up. 5 up with the Feel No Pain. Just to let everyone know, I spent a CP in Simon's command phase to put these guys onto using Inspired Command so they could do take cover. They went from being removed to take cover. There we go. Carry on.
So it's going to be 24 Purifying Flames.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s.
Yeah. And we'll be back in just a moment. All right, those are the hits. Now let's see what the wounds are. Winning on 2 ups because they're anti-infantry 2+. Drop 1. All right, and we'll be back with my saves. All right, it's AP -1 ignoring cover, so this will be 6 ups on my armor saves, and then it will be 5 ups on my Feel No Pain. So that is 3 6 ups made there. So that will be 11 Feel No Pains. And we are going to go for passing 4 of them. So that will be 7 dead guardsmen. So we'll remove those casualties and be back in a second. All right, we've taken some casualties. Now we're going over to the side cannons. 12 of these hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s. Off we go. So there's a few 2s there. And then 2s again.
So they're all in.
All in. So how many?
8 at -1.
8 at -1. So that'll be 5 up saves from the 5 up armor saves. I thought that was really good then for a second. We've saved 2, and then this is...
That's 2 damage each.
2 damage each. So any Feel No Pains, I will need to reroll for successes. Oh! Could you imagine they're only 1 damage, Si? Could you imagine? Ah, there you go. So 5 more guardsmen go down. So we'll just pick those up. We'll be back in a second. All right, there are 9 guardsmen left, but we've got some more shooting going in here. Is this Castellan Crow?
Yep, hitting on 2s. Got that for his Purifying Flame. Not do that next time. 2 hits.
2 hits.
And these are the rest of the, so it's...
So they're not in rapid fire range.
No, so it's 6
So
in
12 shots. So, yeah.
3s. 3s
Yeah.
and 3s.
Got a little cocked dice there as well. Might give you an extra opportunity. He's flinging dice onto the ground in a fit of rage. No, not a fit of rage. If that had been a miss, he probably would have been a fit of rage, but it was.
And 3s.
3s again. Yeah, no, just 3. I feel the salt levels rising. The tide is rising. The ocean is coming in. I fail all 3. I fail all 3. So there you go, balanced out a little bit.
Slightly.
But I do lose 3 more, and for coherency purposes, I am going to have to lose this guy, and this guy. There we go. My guys are slightly spread out there, but it's just because they've fallen off the filigree, so they'll actually be a little bit further back like that. There we go. Just in case, just before we get the inevitable comment.
Sniper?
Going into them?
Yes.
Excellent, off you go. Naturally, it's the Vindicare.
Naturally.
It literally is a universal constant. The Vindicare misses every shot. Okay, so that was a good display by the Purifiers. The rest of it's a lot of bolters, right?
There's an awful lot of bolters.
So what we'll do is we'll just come back at the end of the turn because we know what bolters do.
We'll do. Do you want to do the my psychic from the
Librarian?
Yes.
Is it spicy?
It can be.
Let's do it.
So I've got 1. I think I take mortal wounds. 2 to 5, you take 2d3. 6, you take 2d6.
Okay. I felt it coming, Simon. You see, that's because you want to do it on camera. You want to do it on camera, and the dice gods are like, oh, we're going to ruin this whole man's career. Okay, so the psychic man might hurt himself, but we're going to do all of the bolts, not laughing at Simon aside, I should say. We'll do all the bolts off camera because there's a lot of them, and you know exactly what. He takes D6 mortal wound. Jesus Christ, it's only 2. One time when rolling low, you don't even lose a Terminator, mate, so it's not too bad. So now we'll be back once the bolter storm has finished. Dozens upon dozens of mass reactive bolts slam into the Death Korps of Krieg and obliterate the front rank. I know that I don't have to take the casualties in the front rank, but I wanted to because now this is over 10 inches away, so it's a 10-inch charge, making it just a little bit harder for those Terminators. You also shot these guys and then moved them, but they didn't do any casualties, so you were able to see a couple of blokes here. And then you chose not to shoot them because you'd rather get the charge off.
Yes.
Excellent. So I might lose 2 squads this turn.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to lose that third one. But that third one is pretty knackered.
Yeah, I guess it's in a
tricky position.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Simon, that is all of your shooting. Shall we go to the chargees?
Yes.
Where do you want to start first?
Start with Drago's squad.
Do they have any bonuses to charge?
There's 3 on this one charge.
One time only. Okay. 6-inch charge. It's a 5. Are you spending it because you do want your CP for defensive purposes? I'm only reminding you what you told me.
Well, I've already spent 1 to do that anyway, so.
To do can't target within 12 inches.
Yes, I'm
so you are going to spend that one.
Because I can get rid of one when I get rid of a card and get another one back, so that's fine.
Okay, so you're going to re-roll the charge.
Yes.
You're going for the re-roll. He's in. Okay. Squeaky.
I don't mind saying my arse was twitching at that point.
Squeaky. All right. You have to base if you can, so you'll have to base along here.
Yeah,
You still get everyone. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. That's fine. That's pretty reasonable. Okay. Which charge next?
These guys.
These guys next.
Yes.
Okay. They are in.
They're in. That should be okay.
It's just you have to base if you can. So there's a guy at this corner as well who you can.
Is he same unit?
He's the same unit. He's the officer.
All right.
So he goes there. And they go there. Okay. And then the Terminator brick.
Yeah, I may as well try and, because tonight it's charging to these guys.
Yeah. Don't worry, we know where they are. It's fine. Now, it will be at least...
9 into these.
You're going to them. You're going for the 9 to them.
Yeah.
Okay. 9 inches to them. And they've got it. Yes. He's only got to done it. Well, these guys are very dead. Oh, is it the smaller squad or the big squad?
Big squad. The smaller squad were further back.
Okay. So we'll move them in. And you know what? We'll just we'll be back at the end of the Grey Knight choppy because I think you're just going to cut them all down. If there's anyone left, that'll be a remarkable point. So we'll be back at the end of Grey Knight fight phase once we've seen all of the Nemesis weapons turn my guardsmen into so much sliced salami. The remorseless sides of the Emperor rise and fall. And once their bloody work had been meted out, there was naught but bloody chunks of meat left over. This blob of Kriegers were cut down to almost a man. Platoon commander managed to hold on a single wound. I got very lucky on my 6-up saves. Like I rolled the 29 6-up saves and just passed 10 of them.
Yeah, you did quite well, to be fair.
I mean, the field of pains didn't help.
Yeah.
But the
yeah, no, they did. I think it balanced out.
Yeah, it balanced out. But I managed to just, after Drago and the Grandmaster were around, he managed to just about hold on. He did punch you back with his power fist. Sadly, you passed both of your hammer saves there.
Yes.
Over here, similar story. There are 2 guardsmen left here and the Death Corps Marshal, and they weren't able to do any damage back. But I only lost 1 unit. So I've reinforcemented 1 unit. But I do have 2 shattered squads left over. And Simon, I don't mean to alarm you, there's no Death Corps Medipack in there. I had to kill him to reduce your charge.
Oh, okay.
I know. So that's just 2 guys. 2 guys in the Marshal, that's it. So I just want to say though, Simon, you did declare off camera that if you didn't effing kill this unit, that you would concede. And technically there's a man left on a wound.
No, I killed the unit.
Simon, your sword is ready for you. All right, so after Grey Knight turn 2, that was a big blow. We have lost over half of our infantry, and you are absolutely dominating on one flank. And of course, you can still deep strike down 3 inches away when you teleport back up at the end of my turn and whatnot. So you're not like you're fixed in position here and I can basilisk you. You're going to start jumping all over the place.
I've still got the Sigilant of Excellence, so...
And that's in the big 10-man squad?
Yes.
So you can teleport away?
Yes.
So I've got to be very careful. Is that if I move within 9?
If you target them.
Target them,
so
okay.
I've got the stratagem, if you end a move within 9.
End a move within 9.
And I've got them, if you ever target them, they can Foxtrot Oscar.
Okay, cool. So I've got to be careful, because you could be zippity-doo-dah-daying around the place.
Well, I will be.
Yes, yes.
Just to spoil any suspense.
Foreshadowing, Simon, foreshadowing.
If there's anyone in the chat thinking that I might not be moving off the table as quickly as possible while you're watching a 40k battle report.
With Grey Knights.
That's my one bit of shtick.
That's your one thing. All right, well, we'll head on over to the guard turn now, and we'll see what movement I do and what teleporting you get up to. The Imperial Guard get hit hard, but they are going to hit back even harder. We have moved forward with our infantry ready to lay down the pain train on these purifiers. I am within 12 inches. We also did a move on the Manticore, so it has driven forward and it is also within 12 inches. I have one slight thing I'll just mention on camera. I have realized he is exposed to the machinations of Vindicare. I might just curl this round here so he's behind the ruin there, but I'll do that off camera if I need to. These guys have stayed still. I put take aim on the 2 basilisks here, and the Lord Solar squad also decided to stay still for now. And then the big boys. This is a big unit, and it has a lot of psychic power. It's got +1 to wound on all of its ranged weapons because of the Jacaro. So I'm going to go after these guys. Now, Simon decides to Foxtrot Oscar, and he has already done so with his 5 jumpy dudes that were here because these guys moved back onto the objective. If he goes away with them, I do have at least a secondary target here. And my reinforcements have come on here. They're just outside Simon's deployment zone because that was going across there. And they are ready to also lay some firepower onto here or onto this unit as well. So we've got overlapping fields of fire. Overlapping. All right. One thing we need to mention. There has been a rules discussion. A very friendly one. It's not like we've been been boxing each other in the verbal ring, as it were. Death Corps Marshals have the Cult of Sacrifice ability. It allows you to use Insane Heroism or Insane Bravery for free, even if it's already been used this turn. And it says you can't use it more than twice. Now, I use Insane Bravery on this unit for free. And then, because I've got another Death Corps Marshal over here, I use Insane Heroism here for free. Now, Simon wasn't sure if that was allowed, because he said, well, I could have been doing this with like Necrons and been doing some crazy Overlord stuff. And I was like, well, there is a comma involved. So it says you can use it for free, comma, and if it's already been used, you can use it again. So my thinking is, my interpretation is, I can use it for free here, and then over here, I can use it free, and it's already been used, so that's still okay. So I think I get 2 Insane Braveries for free. But that might not be the case. But we thought we'd mention it in chat. We're going with that. We're going with that because there might be an FAQ somewhere that we don't know about. But chat, comment section, let us know if we got that right. You were very helpful with the whole anti-infantry mouse one to wound thing. Can you help us this time? Help us, Obi-Wan Chatnobi. You're our only hope. So we're going with it that time because it seems rules written that's okay. But if you're aware of anything that doesn't allow that, please let us know, and then we can take that into account for next battle reports. But that's all my movement and command. Oh, secondaries. I got secure no man's land, which I've already done, so that's a big 5. Storm hostile objective. Maybe. The only one that I can get is here, and there is quite a lot of Terminators in the way. And even if those Terminators go away, there's still quite a lot of Terminators in the way. So. And then there's some more Terminators over here as well. So even if I do it, it's not the greatest move. So, yeah, it's not ideal to say the least. So that's my movement and command. Let's go into some shooting. All right. We're going to start off with the big blob of doom. I'm going to shoot everything into this unit. Simon, are you leaving?
Nope.
He's staying. He's staying. He's going to wear it out. It's a tough call, that one.
I don't think it is a tough call. If they go...
You're worried about these guys going, aren't you?
Well, no, if they go, I need to have somewhere to bring them back. And the fact that one unit...
The Mystic Megs.
If you look at, just to put into some kind of perspective, is denying that...
36 inches of the board. Yeah. Oh, and then some more.
You know, I mean, that's not exact.
With the Mystic at the front and the Mystic at the back, it's just horrible.
So, you know, that's... If I can take them off, but then they'll come back, and they'll come back somewhere...
Even harder.
Or they'll come back somewhere less useful.
Yeah. Okay, it's a tough call, though.
It is what it is.
Okay. Well, we're going to hit you with the unit. Are you going to spend 3 silver armor?
Yeah, so that's CP.
Okay,
yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. So you're out of CP. All right, well, let's hit you with Eisenhorn and his mind bullets. He's hit you twice, and one of those is a D6, one of those is a 6, which gives him D3 sustained hits.
No, sustained hits 1.
One of them's D3 sustained hits.
Not with Eisenhorn.
Okay, well, it's 1 extra hit.
Yeah.
But I think the Demon Host is D3 sustained hits. It's all right, we'll get... That would have been so useful, damn it! All right, well, we've got 3 hits with Eisenhorn then. I'll tell you what, I've rolled that 5. That can be a wound, just to be fair to me. And that could be 2 more wounds anyway, because he wounds on 5, but plus 1 because of the Jacaro. So 3 wounds. These are AP minus 2, becomes AP minus 1. So 3 up, so each one you fair is a dead guy. Oh, he's tanked it! He's tanked it! Alright, Demon Host, here we go. 1 hit with the Demon Host. And it is a wound at strength 9 with plus 1 to wound. Can you tank it? Oh, he's tanked that one as well! That was my big damage there. So then we've got the multi-melter. That will be, I think it's just the 1 hit. Put that one to one side for a second. Can you check the servo man for me? That is a hit and a wound, though. 4 prevulnerable save. He's passed it. He's making those 4-ups. Just check what the ballistic skill of a servitor is, and then if it gets any benefit to being led by a man.
Gun servitor... 5 up.
But does it get any benefit? It won't get plus 1 to hit, so it's fine. It's all right. And then we've got the plasma pistol, which will overcharge. That'll miss. And then it's just a whole buttload. Oh, we've got the heavy bolter. That will be 2 hits with a sustained hit. And that will be 3 wounds with the +1 to wound from the Jacaro. I've got to do the Jacaro's weapons as well. But you're okay because of true silver armor. And then we've got the Jacaro. And he has hit you 1 time. And he has wounded you. And that has gone through. I think that's 2 damage.
Please hold for it. I will have a look.
I'll tell you what, I'll do all of my other little bits, and then we'll see. So once the various assortment of Acolyte firearms had unleashed, unfortunately, we didn't do any more damage. We did do things like the Eisenhower's bolt pistol and stuff as well that we had missed. So we shot everything, and we did 2 wounds. True silver armor came in so clutch, because there was a number of times when, oh, that would have been a fail, but... you got it. So, damn your eyes, sir. Damn your eyes. But now we're going to do some other shooty. We're going to come over here and we're going to unleash onto the purifiers there. Now, we're going to start off with the Manticore. Okay. Now, because he's...
blast.
He's blast, yeah. So he gets 4, +1 is 5, plus 2 for blast. So he's on 7. That's 6. That's 7. Hitting on 4s with 4 rerolls. I would have loved to have stayed still. So 1, I think that's 2 misses. And then wounding on 2s. That many at -2. So 4 ups. 5 4 ups, sir. Oh, Simon, the saves are coming in. You've only lost 1. We're going to hit you with the heavy bolter. 2 hits, 1 wound, AP -1. Got another one, that's okay. Hunter Killer Missile, hits, wounds, AP3. Saves it, nice. We'll then go for this squad here, and they've got all of their plasma weapons. They are, of course, going to overcharge them, so we're hitting on 2s. Everything hits. Wounding on 2s. Everything wounds. 6, 5 ups. Make 1, so 5 will die. That's a bit more like it. After all those bloody Manticore saves, I was getting a bit concerned, to say the least. So yeah, 5 are dead there, and then I've got my hazardous checks whilst we're here. 2 guys have killed themselves. It's not ideal. It will be the 2 plasma gunners at the front. There we go. And then we've got a crack grenade launcher. So you should have lost 6 in total.
Yeah, that's right.
Crack grenade, hits, crack grenade, wound, AP -2. You're okay. Yeah. And then we've got 1, 2, 3 las guns. They all hit. And you've got 2 wounds. No AP. See if we can chip a wound off. No. And then we've got the next squad over here, which is going to unload everything into them. We've got no injured guys there, so we might as well go with the 2 melter guns first. Both hit. Both wound. AP -4, sir.
2, yeah.
Yeah. Make 1 of them. But I do kill him.
Yeah.
And then we've got the plasma. Everything hits with take aim, because I've still not put one of my guys back in there. Everything wounds, sir. So that will be 6 wounds at AP -3.
How many? Sorry.
6 at AP -3. The plasma's doing work today. So you've lost 1, so there should be 4 left in the squad. 1 for the melter. So you lose 3 more. So that will be the unit. And then I have all of my remaining plinking shots to go at Crow. But he still benefits from your stratagem. He doesn't lose it just because he's popped out of the squad. So
yeah,
if he doesn't die to my remaining firepower, then I can't target him with anything else. So 2 crack grenade launchers, 2 hits, 1 wound, AP -2. It goes through. It's 3 damage. It's not dead. I think he'll have 4 wounds. I imagine being a Space Marine character. But then we have an absolute buttload of las guns. And we'll do those off camera. It might be... I'll tell you what, we'll get you to the saves.
It's got 5.
It's got 5. So it's got at least 2 wounds left. So we'll do all of my shooting and wounding off camera, but we'll come back with your saves so he can at least not die off camera in a... Well, if he does die, do you know what I mean? So we're back in just a moment. Once the las bolts stop flickering out, scoring across his armor, Crow has got 6 armor saves of 2+ to make. Can he do it? Oh, he lives on a wound! Absolute beast! He lives on a wound. Brilliant! All righty ho ho. Now that I'm not going to complain. That's pretty decent. I'll take that. Now, the big decision that I've got going through my old noggin is, do I go after these guys? Because they're going to have true silver armor and they'll get the benefit of cover from a lot of my firepower. And the thing is that the only way I could possibly crack them is if I use fields of fire on there. And I genuinely don't think that's the right call, fields of fire. Because I think that I need my 2 CP for reinforcements. Because I've only got 3 guys here and I've only got a few guys there. They're a problem, but they're not a problem when it comes to like teleporting and stuff, because they'll either teleport away from here, at which point, well, I've kind of cleared that flank anyway at that point, or they'll teleport back here, but they won't be able to charge me. And I'm kind of okay with you dropping down and storm boltering, well, a manticore in the side, or, you know, or a basilisk in the side. You could drop down over here and start working on that. But then, like I said, I think these guys do some work, especially if I help clear one of these squads. So I think what I'm going to do is leave them. I'd already declared that, so I had to follow up on that shooting. Let's draw on true silver armor. Wherever true silver armor is, Simon, I go elsewhere. That's the rule. That's the rule. So we are going to do a bit of peppering. We'll do the rest of the bombardment off camera because it's only, you know, you saw it last turn, but I don't think I'm going to go after them. I think I'll go after this unit instead. But we'll be back at the end of guard shooting and we'll see how the artillery fared. Shatter their skies! We brought down the wrath of the gods. The hammer of the emperor was brought to bear. And we killed 4 Terminators. It wasn't too bad. It was all right. So I decided, I had a big, long, hard think. I was like, I don't want to engage True Silver. Wherever True Silver is, I don't want to go. And so what I did is I piled on a Manticore, because I could actually see, the Manticore could see directly across, because there was a Terminator here. And I put this Basilisk into here as well. And then I piled in these infantry squads as well over here. And we were able to bring these down to just 1 Terminator. It makes such a difference when your opponent's not rolling 2-up saves. It does help. I then put another Basilisk into this unit over here to slow them down. Because it's not like reinforcements or respawning. When they like teleport up, when they come back down, they're still the same unit. So weirdly, they're still suppressed. So even if you boo-boo at the end of my turn, Simon, we did check this, and this is the wording. The unit is still affected by -2 to their movement and their advance and their charge. So that means even if Simon teleports off with the Terminators, they're on an 11-inch charge wherever they drop down,
that's what we're up to, yeah.
Which is not ideal. So they're still suppressed. Their ears are ringing. Who knows what's going on? But so I put a Basilisk in there to suppress them, and then I put a Basilisk in there to suppress them. So every single Terminator unit here now, if they go off and come back, will be on 11-inch charge, which is not ideal. I then, to really put salt in the wound, fired my mortar team into these guys as well, and I didn't get any kills, but I did hit them, and by hitting them, I was able to spend a CP on suppressive fire, which means until the end of Simon's next turn, they have -1 to hit. And that's in melee and in combat. So I believe they hit on 3s normally. Yes. So now they hit on 4s. Simon did have some choice words. I think it was along the lines of, why the fuck are guardsmen hitting on 2s and I'm hitting on 4s? And I'm like, that's how the turntables turn, baby. That's how it goes. Yeah, reinforcements wasn't even a massive... I mean, they've kind of screened you out a little bit here, but the damage they did was like, what, a couple of dead... Like one dead Terminator. It really was the Manticore sneaking a few wounds past that flattened 3 of them. And then the Basilisk and them were able to pick off another 1. But that is the end of my... Almost end of my turn. It's the end of my shooting. I only have one more bit to do, and it's a cheeky charge. I want to make a 9-inch charge onto Drago here, because even if he kills if he hits with every attack and wounds every attack, and the same with his mate, I should have more OC that can get onto that objective, and that'll give me Storm Hostile objective. Yes, I will sacrifice the live 20 of my men to get 5 victory points. Anyway. Exactly. I don't get it, and I don't have the CP. I can't risk the CP to do it, so they're going to stay there. Now, do I bin off Storm Hostile objective? I won't get a CP for it because I've already used the only one for the Lord Solar. I think the thing is with Storm Hostile, it's the only other option. I think I'm going to bin it off, and the reason I'm going to bin it off is because I don't think I'm going to get it here. I think these Terminators are just going to stay here now and just beat the crap out of them, give it the best shot. They might teleport around, but I don't think so. And there's only one other objective I could get over there, but that relies upon me getting reinforcements, and that relies upon me getting a charge off against a Vindicator to get... So and then if I don't get it, then I'm holding it for another turn. Long story short, I think Storm Hostile is one that I would keep in my hand for like 2 or 3 turns, and that's just not a very efficient use of secondaries. So that is going to be the end of my turn. I'll secure No Man's Land for 5, and I will bin off Storm Hostile objective. I've pulled that twice, you know. I pulled it in turn 1 when I couldn't get it, and I pulled it turn 2.
Actually, yeah, you shuffled it.
I shuffled it in, pulled it turn 2, and I still bloody don't want it. Go away, Storm Hostile objective. Get out of here. End of guard turn 2. Let's get over to Grey Knights turn 3. Fast and furious, the number of units they have is dwindling, but the units they have are all fucking Terminators. There's so many of them, they won't die. Why won't they die? You basically didn't teleport anywhere, and you move 3 inches here, and then you're like, oh, it's 6 inches away, and then we both realised that it's an 8. That is an 8-inch charge.
Yep. Certainly is, and I can't even shoot them because that'll make it even longer.
I mean, Basilisks, just for the movement shenanigans, are horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Simon, you know I could take 3 Basilisks and 3 Earthshaker platforms and do this to 6 units a turn. I'm not saying I'd do it to you, because that would be, then you wouldn't want to come to Battleports anymore. But imagine that on the tournament scene. Just wild. But then we also, over here, you stay still?
Yeah, I'll just...
Holding the objective.
Sorry, let me...
Rearranging? That's fine, cool. And then over here, you just shimmied forward because you're going after...
Yeah.
You're going for the narrative. He's forging the narrative. He's going after the Inquisitor. There we go. And then Crow, who is the only one here who is not being suppressed, moved forward and was like, I'm going to clear the middle objective again. He clears it every time. He is the middle objective clearer. And then you also brought down your 5 jumpy dudes, and they used stratagem to get within 3. Did you need to do that? Yeah. And they have deployed the teleporter Homer.
Yeah.
Because you've got deployed teleport Homer from last time, a storm hostile objective from this time, and he can storm the hostile. So you're doing great on the secondaries.
For one. At least one more turn, anyway.
At least one more turn. Reform the line. Reform the line. We take the men on. All right. That's your movement. Do you know what you're doing shooting?
Yeah.
We're going straight into it?
Yeah.
Where are you shooting?
They're not going to bother because otherwise I'm going to leave myself a lot of charge.
You could shoot that way, but you want to storm the hostile objective. Okay. Yeah. You could just pepper the crap out of these guys, man, with everything you've got.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically going to be it. I think.
F in the comment section for Simon's turn 3 shooting phase. Turns out that when you make a unit -1 to hit, and then we remember when the Acolytes are being led by an Inquisitor, the -1 to wound, that a 500 point unit?
That's 550 points.
500's,
so 125 for 554 points.
That turns out that a 554 point unit can only do 3 wounds.
Yes, killed 15 points.
I keep telling people these are the sleeper. People weren't convinced after last battle, but if you can combine their -1 to wound with the -1 to hit shenanigans, it's in the guard. That's what makes them good. They're so damn tough. Well, we're saying that they might chop me to pieces in combat, but
I doubt it, to be honest, because I'm still going to be -1 to hit, -1 to wound. So,
but hitting on 4s, winning on 3s.
So that's still going to be
5 up in one, I say.
5 up in one.
No. He's shaking his head. I agree. I think it could, obviously, it's a dice game. It could go either way, but yeah. And then Simon, you storm bolted the 2 guys here, and Purifying Flames, which ironically got 2 1s on the 2+ anti-infantry. But by killing those 2 guys, say the line, Simon. Say the line.
Reinforcements are coming back.
Ah! You hate that rule, don't you?
I think it's the most.
Would you like to riff for a good 30 seconds about it?
It's the most ridiculous rule in this game. It is absolutely
broken.
It's not so. If they came back, in your own deployment zone,
yeah,
fine.
They're reinforcing the line.
Yeah. But the fact that you're in the situation where you're killing a unit and they're just going to appear back on my home objective.
Well, that's the thing. The fact that you kill the unit and it's like, you might just incidental fire, but I'll just clear those guardsmen up. And if it's in a tournament, it's like, oh, well, brilliant, now my home objective's under threat. Yeah. I've done it to people, probably every tournament.
I did it to you last week in the other block, but it's just, it's
powerful.
It's just, don't want to use the word, but
probably already demonetized at this rate anyway because of all the throwing.
It's just, honestly, I find it absolutely the most. In terms of the game, it breaks all immersion. The fact I get guard coming back, but
outflanking.
But it is literally, oh yes, our reinforcements have just miraculously appeared.
Yeah.
From your home base.
Maybe what would be cool is you could. I think it should be like battle line comes. What we said is it should be kind of like the new Necron thing, with the power grid, and with the is like demons with the Shadow of Chaos, where it's like if you can always come back in your own deployment zone, but you can only come back in no man's land if you hold half of the objectives, and that way you're incentivizing people to hold the objectives, and you can just you can only come back in there if you hold your opponent's home objective. I think that's a good way of doing it. I think it's just I have to admit. And I love reinforcements. I fucking love it. But the number of games I have won because of it is insane. And the number of games but the thing is, what's even worse is the number of games I would have just lost. I never would have had a chance if I didn't have it is as equally as high. It's a massive crutch right now for me as a guard player.
I think you team it up with Lord Solar because you're going to be getting at least 3 CP every single go.
Yeah.
So you still got 1 to use.
Yeah.
It's difficult when you're playing an elite army against it because there's no way I can.
But the meta is elite.
Yeah.
And 10th edition is about elite stuff. That's what they've taken away the obligation to take minimum battle line, haven't they?
Yeah. I yes, it's a good rule. I understand it. I just think it being able to come on wherever the hell you want it's. As playing against it, it's no fun to play against.
I think that there should be certain units which, fluff-wise, and we'll go back to the game in a second because you do have a good charge to do, but we're midpoint discussion. There we go. I think having it so certain units go through that thing that we described, where if you hold the mid-board, you reinforce, we're making a good push, reinforce the line, that makes sense. But I think there should be some units which can be sneaky about it, but it should be like immersive. Like, I have no issue with maybe a group of Kazakin outflanking. They're the elites. They would have the independent thought and training to go around the flanks, but it's only one 10-man squad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have an issue with Scions doing it, because Scions, they're the best of the best. They, again, those reinforcements, they're dropping down from the sky. So I think it just needs a bit more nuance.
It needs some.
Bit more nuance.
Might just be me. I'm sure a lot of people love it, but I just...
No, I totally get it, because you know what? You are not even in the first 10 people that have told me this.
Yeah.
Of people I've played against, like tournaments, like it's people I've never played against before, who have never encountered it before. I've gone, that's bullshit.
It is.
It's just instant. It's like an instant, like, what? Anyway, we can always talk a bit more in the post game wrap if we need to about that. Shall we get back to some good Grey Knight goodness? Where do you want to go? You've done
We'll
some...
start this one.
You're starting this charge here now,
Yeah.
Simon. This is an 8-inch charge.
+2.
No, it's a 6-inch charge. +2 is an 8-inch charge.
No, I think
Because you should be within 7 when we measured it before.
I'm at 8.
Oh. No, so it's a 7-inch charge.
So it's 9
+2, so it's a 9-inch charge. Okay. No, it's no. When you've moved the models, they
No,
definitely
that's where he was, because it was literally there.
definitely was an 8. I guarantee you, when we talked about it in the previous clip, it was an 8. I'm not just giving it to you. I'm not being nice. The viewers will tell you that we said it was an 8-inch charge. You said, look, that's an 8-inch charge. How is that an 8-inch charge? You made it in. You made it in. Don't worry.
He's
going to charge over here.
Oh.
It's a 5 he's in no matter what. Yeah.
6. Get him in.
Yeah, because he'll be within 7.
Because
Because you only have to get within an inch.
And I'm going to charge those 2 units.
This and this?
Yeah.
Cool.
4.
4. I wonder if you rolled a double 1 and you didn't make it in range of him, if you would have failed that charge.
That would have been quite
Then you would have definitely gone home at that point. Okay, so we'll move all that in, and we'll actually get your combat on camera this time, because I think it would be cool for people to see what the Grey Knights could do. We'll definitely get these guys on camera.
Yeah.
No, we'll get the big unit on camera. We'll see how big a difference the mass one to hit, mass one to wound makes, so people can feel the power of the Inquisitorial squad. So we'll be back part way through the combat. We'll do these guys off camera, and then we'll do these guys on camera. All right, we are here with the big fight. Simon, have you remembered your hammer hand this time?
I have.
Excellent. We forgot it last time, didn't we?
Yeah.
So this is lethal hits.
Yeah.
Excellent. So who's fighting first?
Well, I'll start on the one guy on your officer.
Okay, this one man here.
Yeah.
Hit on 4s. 2 hits.
2 hits.
No lethals.
Wounding on 2s.
2 wins. I have foolishly not brought any dice with me. Let me grab a handful. Officer, 2-5 of invulnerable saves. He's dead. I can't reinforce on him, don't worry. Simon goes to bed, it's like dreaming of Guardsmen coming out of the walls. Or nightmares of Guardsmen, I suppose. Are you ready?
36.
36 attack.
This is the first 20.
It's the first 20. So we'll see you roll the dice, then we're back with the wounds. And after all of the hits were done, from 10 Terminators and a Grandmaster, and all of the wounds were done as well,
Yeah.
there were only 14. Out of how many? 40 attacks?
45.
40. Wow. And people said these guys aren't drawable. Now we've got our invulnerable saves. So here's the first 10, 5 ups because of the demon host, and we've passed 4 of them. And then we've got 4 more, of which I passed another 3, because of course I do, because 5 ups are always like that. So we took 7 casualties.
Yeah, 2 damage each.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 5, 6, 7. We've got a basic henchman here. I don't want to take one of the mythics off because obviously I want to do my... Yeah, it has to be a basic henchman here. Sorry, Inquisitor Aiden, you're dead. That's it. I lost about half the unit. 554 points.
Yeah.
225.
Yeah, but to be fair, I mean, you've put a lot of firepower into completely gimp them.
I did that with 1 mortar team. Because the Mars one to hit... And the Basilisk, but the Basilisk just slowed you down. That didn't actually cause you any damage reduction. 1 squad of mortars for Mars 1 to hit, plus their inbuilt Mars 1 to wound. It's... Comment section, please trust us when we say these guys are ridiculously durable. Please believe us. All right. So we'll pile in our 3 edges. Now, if we can base, we must base. So I think we'll be okay to get him over to here and him to here. I think the Mystic at the back isn't going to get to fight. Yeah, that makes sense to me. But everyone else should be okay. So, let's do their attacks back.
Okay.
Simon, you will need to be my data man.
Yep.
So why don't let's do the acolytes first so we can get the ones we know out of the way done. So I need you to let me know what the acolyte attacks are. I've got 1, 2...
2 attacks each.
3, 4 guys that can do it. What's the matter?
Oh, your acolytes hit better than my bloody Grey Knight Terminators.
They hit on 3s?
No, hit on 4s, strength 6, minus. So basically, it's
That's not my. No, that can't be my basic acolyte weapons. No.
So that's one Inquisitor acolyte can be equipped with 1 Eviscerator.
Yeah, I'll do him separately.
Oh, right, okay. In that case, it's 4. It's las guns, basically.
How many attacks per guy?
3.
Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. So it's 12 attacks. No AP on this, is it? It's just chain swords. Okay. Just trying to tip off the 1 wound guy. So those miss. They don't do much damage, but they just tank, man. Winning on 5s. 1 wound. No AP. Can we chip you off?
5, yeah.
1 wound.
1 wound.
1 wound, no AP. Hey, we got him though. So he is gone. And now I need you to let me know what the I didn't include the Jacaro there. No, that was 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to know what the acolyte with the eviscerator does. That was the one you were looking at before.
2 attacks.
Hitting on
4s.
Don't hit. The Jacaro.
The Caro is same. He's just got a
Acolyte weapon. 3 basic attacks. 1 hit. No wounds. I think that's all the crappy bits. So then we've got then we've got the Demon Host and Eisenhorn. So we'll do the Demon Host first. What does he get? He gets Warp Grasp, I think it is.
Yeah, 4 attacks, hitting on 4s.
So he has 4 attacks base.
Yeah.
So with Eisenhorn leading him, he gets 8 attacks. He doubles the number of attacks.
Okay.
So hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
He's hit twice. He's not hit very well.
Wounded be strength 6, wounded be on 3s.
Okay. 2 wounds. AP?
-2, so that'll be 4 rolls.
1 goes through.
1 damage.
Just 1 damage?
Yeah.
That's a bit of a pisser. I was hoping for a bit more than that. And then we've got Eisenhorn. I guess it's Unholy Gaze are better. So let me know what Eisenhorn does. He's got like Barbarisator and the Rune Staff.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think he's alright. But you have taken a damage. So it's just a brick wall. That's what it is.
You took the damage off chipping you killing the last guy, didn't you?
Yeah, that Demon Host just did a... So the last guy was on 1 wound, died. He just take the Demon Host had just touched him inappropriately.
Right, so 5 attacks, hitting on 3s, 6... Basically, it's a 4. It's the same as a Nemesis weapon.
Oh, okay. So those don't do anything. 6s don't do anything?
No.
No. 3s to wound?
Yeah.
Strength 6?
Yeah.
2 wounds. AP?
2, so...
Damage?
2 damage.
So kill 1.
1's down to a wound.
And 1's down to a wound. Yeah, so that should have been a 2 before, but it makes no difference. So there you go. Kill 2 termies. Not too bad. But the big thing is the brick wall. That's what it is. It's literally like running into a brick wall. I actually don't know. I mean, maybe people will be down in the comments going, oh, well, Grey Knights don't do any damage. No, Grey Knights literally shred light infantry for days. It's the one thing they can kill.
It's literally the one thing we can kill.
It's literally the one thing. And they do it even better in close combat.
Yes.
So the fact that they haven't done that, anyone who's saying Grey Knights don't do damage, this is wild. This should not be happening. But it has happened because the Inquisitor Warbands are the biggest sleeper right now in the game. I'm just calling it. I'm calling it. All right. Well, there are a few other combats. We did get excited. I know I said before we'd be back at the end of the Grey Knight combat phase. I lied to you. We got carried away and wanted to do it at the beginning. So now we'll do these bits off camera and we'll be back at the end of the Grey Knight choppy. After the Grey Knight Terminators went in, they obliterated 15 guardsmen. Just turned them into offal. But then, when it rains, it pours. Simon sent Crow into a death corps martial. And he did a devastating wound.
Yeah.
And I got 2 fight from their pains.
Yep.
And they did 2 other wounds.
Yeah.
And I failed both my armor saves.
Yeah.
And then I made 2 more fight from their pains. So the Death Corps Marshal lives! Which is really, really bad because it means Simon doesn't get to storm hostile objective. And it means The Deathcore Marshal gets a chance to fight back. It's hit on 3s. It's hit 3 times. It's winning on 4s. I'm assuming your toughness 4?
Yeah.
Oh, not on the tray. Can't keep it. It's not on the tray. 2 wounds. Now, wait. Just so the viewers know, he's got 1 wound left.
Yep.
I want you to roll these one at a time for dramatic effect. He's dead. How did Crow lose to a Deathcore Marshal? How? Oh, dear. They breed him tough in the guard. That's, I think that's a small metaphor for this game for you. It's been a tough one, man. Right. Well, that is the end of Grey Knight turn. Do you want to bin off Storm Hostile objective or do you want to keep it? Bin off out of spite?
Not sure it's really.
Don't say it, Simon. Don't say it. You got to deploy teleport to Homer. You're going to keep up in it?
I'm going to keep it.
You're going to keep it.
I
Okay.
might still be able to get over there.
I still have some loyal officers. I might be able to make a fight of it.
Well, actually, no, I'll bin it off and get the CP thinking about it.
Okay.
I'm tied up in combat and they're going to be -2 to do anything. So,
Yes.
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 There's
Yes.
no point there.
Brutal. Let's go over to guard. Turn 3. The midpoint of the game. It's brutal. It's been a brutal game so far. The Grey Knights have just been wading into bodies and into overlapping fields of fire. This could be a big turn. Depending on how the dice gods decide to go, this could be a big turn. I fell back with my Inquisitor. Some of you may say that's dishonourable. I say he's got a demon host. How much honour do you really think he has? We then moved. We got 1 guy back in this unit, and we moved them onto the home objective. The absolute hero Deathcore, the metal Deathcore. Well, he's a commissar model, but metal model with his absolute mega chainsword. He moved on to the objective there, and then we moved these 20 guardsmen back. So they're still holding the objective, but they're also now in rapid fire range of these Grey Knights. We moved this Manticore, but we did give it take aim, so it's still hitting on 3s. Take aim over there, and take aim here. So all of our artillery is hitting on 3s against this blob. But, well, Simon, you're pondering.
No, I'm just looking at the table.
But we cannot forget, they do have the Sigil of Excellence. Exigence. So they might just fuck off. But Simon, you've been saying you don't think that's a good place for you to go to.
I don't think there's a good place to go to. I think there's no place to go to.
So you might tank it.
I haven't got a choice. If you look at, if you literally look at where your units are positioned,
I guess with it over here, and with the reinforcements coming on here to go after the assassin,
and with the 36-inch of Niet.
Well,
Deep
mystic, yeah.
So,
True silver armor it is then.
there's
True silver armor.
That's it. That is the only thing I can really.
Fair play. Also, by being there, you are denying me max area denial, which is important. I can get 3 points for area denial, but I can't get max if Simon's big blob is still there. Assassination. I have a couple of choices. I do have Drago. He isn't blown up, although he is pretty tough. And I also have the Assassin. So what I'll probably do is if I kill the Assassin, I won't worry so much about Drago. I kind of want to take out this big block. So I feel if that big block goes, and the Assassin goes, and this little Scraplet squad goes, it's not a Scraplet squad, but you know what I mean. That will basically leave you with this, and that will probably be the curtain call. That would be my... But we'll see what happens, but that will probably be that there. So let's see if we can end this here and now, Simon. One last blow. We're going to start off with these guys. And they're going to shoot everything into there. So we're going to get our plasma together. Now, they've got take aim from their Deathcore Marshal. So much to Simon's, is it chagrin? Is that the word? They hit on 2s.
I'll see ya.
They've missed once. They're winning on 2s. They haven't missed any times. -3 with the overcharge.
How many?
5 ups. 3 go down. 2 are still alive. Hazardous checks for me. I'm okay. And then we've got the 2 melter guns. 2 hits, 2 wounds, 2 6-ups, and they are, oh, well, no, maybe not. Dead. Dead. Pop, pop. Too easy for a 2+ save unit. It's the 2 hit on 2s. No doubt. It's the that Simon is I can see him physically aging.
Yeah.
So those guys are. We'll just do this. It's like General Haig and Blackadder. We'll just pick up the dustpan and brush and throw them off to one side. So we'll do that there. What we'll do now is we're going to shoot you with the mortars over here.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm doing true silver.
You're going through silver straight from the get-go. Fair play.
Messing round.
Yeah. So we'll fire the mortars. That is 10 shots plus 6 for blasts. Yeah. No, there's not 10 in the unit.
No, down to
9. It looks like 8. There's 9.
2, yes.
Yeah. So just plus 3. So it's 13. There we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. 1 auto wound. And hitting on 4s would take aim. And then we've got 4 wounds. 4 wounds, no AP, but there is a man on a wound. And he's okay. I will now spend my 2 CP for Fields of Fire, cancelling out your your true silver armor. We'll then hit you with the first. Ooh. We're going to hit you with these little mortars here. The reason we're doing it in this order is because I'd quite like to chip off the injured man. So 2 mortars over there. They get 6 shots plus 2 for blast. So I don't want a manticore to just slap the crap out of a 1 wound guy. If I can, I will do it in the best way. 2 hits, 2 hits, 2 wounds. No AP. He's okay. He's still going. We'll shoot this infantry squad here. We'll have take aim. We'll shoot the las guns. There's 1, 2, 3 of them. They've hit you 4 times. And they're wounding you on 4s now because they are below half strength. So 2 wounds. These will be AP-1, but you're still true silver, having a good time.
1 was on a 1.
It got knocked over.
No, it was on a 1. It's fine.
So chip the 1. Are you sure?
Yeah. No, it was on 1 before it bounced out.
Chip 1 wound. I don't really mind. I always say what is the final position of the dice. If they are bouncing into each other. Fair play, Simon. Is that fair play? Your customary sword throwing has been observed and respected. You've got plasma gun and 2 plasma pistols overcharged. They all hit because of course they do. And they all wound. Yes, because I'm below half strength, so they all wound. 4 ups because it's AP -4, so 2 go through. That will do. No, they're only damage 2 each.
All right.
So 1 guy, he's just preemptively picking up the entire unit. And then we've got a crack grenade. Hit, does not wound. And plasma pistol from the officer, not overcharged. Hit, does wound because below half strength. AP3, you take a damage, and then the other officer, this one here, 1 hit. Oh no, he can't see anything now. So no, just 1 wound, AP -1 with cover and yeah. Oh, you still take the wound, yeah. So he should only have taken 1 wound.
All right, okay.
It's not overcharged. Okay, so now we've done all the accoutrements. Now we're going to shoot this basilisk at you, and it's going to no manticores first because I want the full rerolls to hit. So first manticore into here, heavy bolter first. 1 hit would take aim. 1 wound. This is AP minus nothing essentially because it's AP 1, and but you're in cover. But you pass anyway. But yeah, it's AP nothing. So then the manticore missiles. That will be 5 plus 1 plus 1 is 7. Hitting on 3s, full rerolls, but 6s are not lethal because I moved. Miss, 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 miss. And then wounding on 2s. That'll be 4 wounds. Now, the overall, you pass everything. That's all right. Because the overall AP here is 1. So you're on 3 ups.
Yep.
But you pass it all, you're great. I've already fired my hunter killer there, so that's awesome. So we'll fire the next one at you. Exactly the same thing. He only gets 2 shots. Plus 2 is 4. And I can't do anything about that because I've already spent my CP. 4 rerolls. So I get 1 auto and 3 more because it's strength 10. So 4 3 ups. 2 finally make it through. That will splash 2 termies. Unless you have some way of minusing the damage.
Nope.
And then we've got the heavy bolter. 1 hit, no wound. And we have a hunter killer here. Which hits and wounds. This is AP. Oops, sorry, Simon. You fail that one. And I kill 1 more. Hunter killer goes in. So then now we've got the basilisks. So first basilisk shooting at you. Number of shots. 5. Just 5. They're getting quite badly injured here. 2 auto wounds. 2 hits. And 1 more wound. 3 wounds. AP. It's all on 3 ups here. That will kill 1 more termy. And I will also have my heavy bolter because I've got direct line of sight with this guy. 1 sustained hit, and so they all go back in. 2 wounds. You're okay because you get cover and you get true silver. Hunter killer. Hit. Wound. Pass. Next basilisk into there. That'll be 6 shots. Just an absolute.
Sorry, did you do heavy bolts from a basilisk then?
Yes, he had true line of sight here. It's just this one guy that had line of sight to here when he shot. Don't worry. Don't worry, I have not jibbed you, sir. 3 auto wounds. There's no other heavy bolters that can see you. Or hunter killers. So that's 5 wounds at 3 ups. That will be 2 more Terminators dead. That leaves just the Grand Master. At which point I will attempt to basilisk the final Grand Master. Which might get me some assassinate points. That is 8 shots at the last Grand Master. The first and last Grand Master, we should say. 1 miss, 1 auto. And that will be another 5. So that's 6 3-ups on him. And he is going to be... I don't know how many wounds he has. So that's 6 wounds. You have CP reroll it?
No, that's the point.
I don't have any other... I have no other fire that can go into him if that influences your decision at all.
No, I've only got 1 CP left and trying to keep him there. I don't know
what he might achieve.
Yeah.
Fair. Fair.
Might need it to try and swap out a objective.
Yeah, that's true.
As opposed to... He might still be alive, to be fair.
I don't know how many wounds a Grandmaster has.
7 wounds.
He's got 1 left, the cheeky bugger! There we go. Now that just means I have the last bit of shooting is into your assassin over here from my reinforcements, totally not outflanking new army. So we've got the plasma guns. These are going to hit you. Plasma guns has pistols, hitting you on 4s. 3 hits. Wounding you on 2s. 2 wounds. 4 up invulnerable save. Fail 1. He's got 2 wounds left, I believe. He's taken 2 damage. We've got 2 melter guns. 1 hit. 1 wound. 4 up. Nope. And it's only 1 damage. Yep, so he's still going. I don't have a CP to re-roll it. 1 crack grenade. 1 crack grenade. And
I only have 1 left.
Only 1 left. He is gone. So that is my assassination in the bank there. Hazardous checks for me. I'm not sure. I didn't take any hazardous there. So this is hazardous checks for them. No one dies. And then hazardous checks for those guys. No one dies. All right. And yes, I definitely did them for those guys. And that is my turn. I did get assassination. That was a brutal turn. I thought I might get all of them. It wasn't with True Silver. It's a bit tricky because it's like 3-ups. But I think spending Fields of Fire there was the right call because even if I then proceed to lose that whole blob and I can't bring them back, I think that I've done enough damage there to be in a good position.
I really don't think it's going to make any difference at this point, to be fair.
Yeah. Should we have a look at what the lay of the land is going into turn 4 and then decide what we want to do?
Yep, sounds good.
Alrighty ho ho. The dust has settled over battle round 3. Simon and I have had a little conflab off camera, and he has 7 or 8 models left on the board, and I have.
It might be 9.
It might be 9. It might even be 9, and I have only lost 1 blob of infantry,
That you can bring back.
and I haven't even permanently lost it yet.
No. To be fair, I've managed to kill one command squad.
You killed a command squad
And 7.
and 7 acolytes.
That's it, isn't it?
And now normally killing doesn't mean anything, and you can obviously score, but the score is also 38 to the Grey Knights, 68 to the Guard, and I went second, so the advantage is on me when it comes to the end of the game. So we have agreed to call it there. Thank you very much, Simon. That was
very well played.
It was a game. It was a game. It was a good game. It was a good game. It was a tough game. I think we can definitely go into the go straight into some final thoughts there. I feel like it's been a while since we've had a one-sider like that. It's been a while, and I think it came down to the fact that you couldn't hide from the artillery. I think guard artillery is still very good, and I think that unit and reinforcements, those are the 3 things that I think pulled it into my favour.
Well, yeah, I couldn't hide from the artillery, and I couldn't actually do much of my teleporting because
Mystic Meg.
basically, yeah, that in turn 2, when I came in,
You went all in.
I didn't have a lot of choices because, if I kill 1 unit, it comes back.
Yeah.
So I have to try and kill 2 units. And if I kill 2 units, only 1 comes back anyway. So in theory, I needed to try and get 3 units. But because I couldn't get anywhere close to get some charges off, I mean, I think I could literally charge 1 unit.
Yeah.
That was it. That was the only
The
way.
1 unit that was there. And then they didn't even die.
So I could charge 2 units, not 3 units. I think was the challenge.
Yeah. I think, and the Terminators are great, but the fact that I was able to just mark each one with the Basilisk, and and then make the Mass one to hit, one of the units Mass one to hit as well. And that meant you already had 1 viable target to charge with that big Terminator block, which was the one thing that we know they don't want to charge.
I mean, I don't think I can win this matchup with that unit on the table.
With this unit?
No.
You think that's how important it is?
I think it makes it, because my stick is I'm not killy, but I can teleport. And actually, if you can stop me teleporting, it makes it incredible.
Well, you blame Cosmic Drew. Because A, he sent me this, and B, I wasn't going to use it, but he did a super chat. And I've got to respect the stream etiquette of the super chat. So, jeez. The crazy thing is that's 225 points. Now, you could, one might be enough, but any Imperium army could include 2 of them.
Yeah.
And the second one would be only 215 points. For less than 500 points, you would get complete deep strike denial, which locks out so many armies in the game. Votan putting 1,000 points reserve, off you go.
Yeah.
Grey Knights, off you go. Demons, off you go. So many armies just get locked out, and then it's not like they don't have other purpose, which is they just move on to objective and don't die.
Yeah, they are incredibly tough. Now, I mean, I think you need to see what they're like against an army that's actually killy. I mean,
I don't know. I feel like 550 points of Terminators with full shooting and full combat going in and killing 8 of them, 9 of them. It's pretty good test of durability. I mean, the good thing is you shoot them with big strength weapons, and you haven't got the volume, and they've got a 5 of invuln, so they go.
Yeah.
And the big strength weapons still only winning on 3s because it's -1 to wound all the time. I think they're amazing. Even if you didn't go for, you don't have to go for the full Mega Blob. You could go for like 4 Acolytes and 2 Mystics.
You can't do that.
Because you need the Inquisitor.
No. So you do need the Inquisitor to get the powers.
Yeah.
And because I was looking at this when I was toying around with putting this list together, but the actual, if you look at the actual
The unit composition, you have to take certain things, don't you?
Yeah, unit composition, you can either do 4 acolytes and a weaponsmith, 4 acolytes and a demon host, 4 acolytes, a weaponsmith and a demon host, 4 acolytes, 1 gun servitor, 1 mystic is about as
cheap as you could get. It's to be fair, it's like
60 plus
it's 115 points that, which actually isn't worth it for 1 mystic, but 225 points for the. I think it's one of those rare units where the more you put into it, the better it gets.
Space Marines pay 125 points for
5 intercessors or whatever. 5
what they call it?
Incursors?
No, infiltrators.
Infiltrators.
You know, they
do the same thing.
They do the same thing, but aren't quite as. So you know, I think at that point, yeah, it's a bit of a no-brainer.
It's any army has access to it. That's the thing.
Mm.
I just think it's a lot of bodies, it's a lot of wounds, it's a lot of durability, and the big thing is it's just they have a bit of firepower. I think they got a little unlucky because obviously you had your true silver. I think there was a few examples where the true.
I saved well that round, to be fair.
Yeah, but the reason the firepower or magic bullets, whatever you want to call them, is almost secondary. I think it's the fact that they're really durable, and it's the please go away with any reserves. Yeah, I think 2 units would be too much. I think 1 unit is a good.
I think you need to see it against another. I think particularly against Grey Knights because it, like I said, it just nullifies. And it wasn't but you know, the second turn. I mean, that took the charge away from that unit there from my now still a 9-inch charge. Don't get me wrong, but 9-inch charge is better than no charge whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, you know, actually, then I think that turns it into makes it different.
Yeah, 100%. I think you're right. It's very, very good matchup wise, and we know this now. We know. I think last game we were like, that's pretty good. Last game
was close, to be fair.
Last game was very close. This game, I think I've learned a bit more about how to use it, and I've also got like an Eisenhorn and stuff in there now, which does make a big difference. So I think if we were to, I think we now know that including this in against Grey Knights is probably a bit too spicy. We know it. There's no point in showing it off again and again and again. So I think we'll still have members of the kill team. You know, we can still have TriStar rocking around.
Yeah.
But I think we probably need to try it into another army.
I wouldn't worry. It wouldn't bother me quite as much against Necrons, I don't think.
Maybe. What about your Veil of Darkness?
But again, I don't really. It's nice to have, but yeah.
But then it's just 220. This thing, it's not just anti-deep strike. It then just sits on an objective and goes, I'm really difficult to deal with.
Yeah, but it is only still 15 OBSEC.
It's only 15 OC.
Yeah.
But most people only bring 5 OC.
Yeah, true.
I think it's S tier.
It's very, very good. It'd be interesting to say. I think the challenge with the Grey Knights against that is you can, like I said, you can string them out. You can put Mystic on either end, and you've then got a.
You can't come on the board.
Yeah, or I can, but just nowhere.
In fact, I had like a Mystic here, and I was like, "Oh, I've left a big gap here. Oh, it's all right."
Yeah.
Oh, I've left a big gap here. Oh, it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that's what's good against Grey Knights. You know, actually, if that hadn't done its job, you know, I don't think killing 3 units in turn 2 should have been that difficult.
Yeah, if they didn't exist, you kill 3 units turn 2.
I'm not far off. I've certainly killed 2, I think.
With a few charges and maybe a CP reroll in the bank,
yeah,
it's doable, but eminently doable. But the good thing is, and we always do this with our battle ports, we always treat them very much as learning experiences. Hence why if we're ever not sure on a rule, we get chat to let us know, because then we learn, and people can check the comment section and they can also learn. And likewise, I think we have now shown off that this unit is very, very good. It's definitely one you can include in your army. It's one that a lot of people aren't really thinking about using right now. I think it has, I think in certain matchups, certain common matchups. Like Grey Knights are everywhere on the tournament scene. People are still trying to make them work. I don't think I've been to a tournament where I haven't seen at least half a dozen people, like a GT running them. And even in RTT, there's always some bloke running them. So in an eminently common matchup, this is a unit that you can stick in your list. It's like, oh, this is now so massively my favourite. It's not an auto win. I don't, never presume that. But this is a huge point in my favour. And even if you don't go to them, it's like, well, I've still now got a very durable blob of infantry. And even if you're not guard, imagine being guard players will get this. Imagine any army being able to ally in up to 2 guard Krieg blobs. Because that's the equivalent.
Yeah.
That is the equivalent. In some ways, it's more durable because of the -1 to wound. Yeah. I think it's very, very good. Star of the show for me.
Watch the kill team go unavailable to order online. Maybe. I mean, look, I think the 5 artillery pieces is a start there. I mean, that
is another point that definitely need to address. It's the crazy thing is this is after 2 nerfs. It used to be that you get Basilisk. I can't remember exactly what it was, for maybe 100 points. And then they went up to 120, and then they went up to 135, something like that. And the Earthshaker carriages, which used to do exactly the same thing as this, were 80 points. And now they're 120. So it's taken a big hit. But people were looking at guard artillery spam before, and they were like, oh, well, you take all the infantry stuff because it's so cheap, but you need orders to support the infantry ones. So there was a lot of hidden costs. I think that with guard infantry points coming down, and the fact that you're not paying for the officers to order these, you don't really need to. I don't think that guard artillery has actually gone anywhere.
No.
I think you have to move the pieces around a bit more. But you still 5 artillery pieces? Yeah. Artillery king of battle. Definitely.
Yeah. I think that's indirect. It's a massed indirect. Again, it depends what you're going to, would it worry my 20 Necron warrior blob? Probably not. Because
it hits you regen, hits you, you don't care.
But if you're running MSU Marines...
And that is the meta.
Then it's quite a hard counter for that.
And it's the movement. The fact that you -2 movement. Because if you're running MSU, if you're running an elite Marine style army, and someone takes 3 of your units and goes -2 to move, -2 to advance, -2 to charge, it's like, well, that might just be the vast majority of your list. Just off you go. Yeah. I think, again, they're not as good into armour, though. They're not as good into armour. No. I think they'd struggle. I think if I took this against a Marine mech list, I don't think my artillery would... I think massed up, I might kill a medium-sized vehicle a turn. It's not great. And I think my infantry starts getting hosed down by horrendous levels of Marine Iron Hands detachment firepower. So, yeah, I think the takeaway for me from this one is this was a themed game. It was a narrative game. I tweaked my list in that direction, but unfortunately, I think it just happened to be quite a difficult matchup for Simon. And we don't always get the matchups right, but we always learn from them. Simon, it's probably a bit of a facetious question, but do you have an MVP?
No.
Do you have a hero? Anyone who performed above and beyond even if they didn't get you any points?
No.
Do you have a dunce? I think Crow is the dunce.
Take your pick. I mean, my Vindicare missed every shot. Yeah. And look, it's difficult because you couldn't. What I envisaged in my list, I struggled to do.
The game plan, the theory did not meet the tabletop.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. I was half tempting with first from the fray, for putting a unit with first to the fray in to get some
extra charge rolls.
No, that allows me to deep strike turn 1.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I was toying, and I saw something a similar list that had with the Libby.
Yeah.
So turn 1 coming in with some Terminators, doing something, and then charging. Fully expecting them to die, but at least you got 6 Terminators in someone's backfield having done a bit of damage.
Yeah.
But again, I couldn't do that because...
I feel so bad, man. I promise anyone watching this right now who, and I guarantee there will be comments like this, and I want to hand on my heart promise that I had no idea this unit would be so anti. I literally put it in there because I was just like, it's cool, it fits the narrative. And I actually, you know what? I actually thought I was doing you a favour today, because I'm not trying to. Please, I don't want this to come off wrong at all. I was going to use the Tau. We had agreed Tau versus Grey Knights, and it's a rare situation when you look back on a game and go, oh, I probably should have brought the Tau there. That would have been more fun. Oh my God! It was still a good game. Like I said, there was a point around turn 2 where we both sort of stepped back and went, we'll probably see this as a bit of a learning game, you know what I mean? But for me, I think there's no doubt they're the heroes, they're the MVPs. The artillery corps was great. The infantry, unsung heroes every battle, but they did so much better than I thought they were going to.
Yeah. I mean, I think ultimately they stopped me being able to kill enough infantry, and what infantry I could kill, you could bring back. And what you had enough artillery that so.
I'm excited to take this list to a tournament. I might take the list with the kill team.
I think,
would you do it?
Yeah, I think they're much more powerful than another blob at Krieg.
Oh, baby!
But I honestly, I'd rather have
face more Kriegers.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to sit with me and blame me all this. I have to look at my list. I think weaknesses and what I brought, but I think that's more powerful than the blob at Kriegers.
It's not much. It's only 35 points more.
Yeah, I honestly,
100%.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you heard it here, guys.
Well, then I've just told you that my list that I brought was a load of rubbish. So
I don't think it was.
Take that with a massive pinch of salt.
Well, Simon, can I just say thank you so much for coming down. Thank you for the game. And yeah, that definitely would have been a game that you could have unleashed the full salt mines of Bolivia onto the table. But actually, I think Simon deserves a big 07 down in the comment section for genuinely not getting tilted and sort of just seeing it as a stress test in many ways. Not that kind of stress test, a stress test for the Grey Knights. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I know this might have been a little bit different and maybe not quite as the outcome or quite as close as we wanted it to be, but hopefully there's still lots of nuggets of information and useful things in there that you guys can observe and take away. We still had a great game and we still learned a lot. And so yeah, I hope you guys did as well. If you did, do not forget to smash that like button. I don't know how the YouTube algorithm works. I just know it's like the Golden Throne, except for rather than feeding souls into it, you feed like buttons into it, and then apparently it gets very happy. I also want to say, if you like this battle port and you want to see more content like this, then please consider subscribing to never miss an episode. Finally, last but certainly not least, I want to say a massive thank you to all of our channel members and Patreons. It is thanks to the generous support that we get from these guys that we're able to do our regular battle reports, that we're able to try out different units, try out different styles of army, bring different things to the guard to face off against, and yeah, it just allows us to do what we do. So if you want to support the channel, go above and beyond, then please consider becoming a channel member or a Patreon. There's links and stuff down in the description below. And I'll just say once again, thank you to all those people that do support us, because you guys, I always say this and I always feel like it's not sincere, but it is sincere because it's quoting the boys, but genuinely, you guys are the real heroes. Thank you to all the Patreons. Hope you guys and members, hope you guys enjoy the battle report, and of course, as always, we'll see you guys next time.